This video is brought to you by our friends at Caterpillar and the next generation mini excavators. Use the link below to check them out. I'm like a kid in the candy store. I just want to sit here and dig a hole or something, but I gotta have Danny help me load this. And the next generation of the mini excavators from Cat have stick steer. So it's really easy now. Just push a yellow button, boom, operates like a skid loader.
I've used a lot of backhoes. I always wanted an excavator.
So traditionally you would use either both your hands or both your feet,
yeah,
right?
you'd have steering clutches and steering brakes.
Yeah,
like
but now he's using one joystick, dude.
Oh, isn't that cool? Man, that's so awesome.
We have just completed the most treacherous, the most difficult, and the heaviest Ike Gauntlet World's Toughest Towing Test.
Oh, this one's tough. We have got these really cool big grill, big nose trucks. One's the Ford King Ranch Super Duty F350 dually, and the other one is the DENALI GMC 3500 heavy duty.
And we're towing 30,000 pounds up and down the tallest highway in the land. Because you guys asked us to, we're gonna try to use cruise control on the way down. So we're popping out of the tunnel at 35, not 50 as we always do. And that's because we're in a different weight category. So we set it at 35. We're about to pop out of the tunnel in the GMC 3500.
Yeah, I am already gaining speed. The set at 35, but it's already up to 37 on its own.
Really?
Yeah.
This fully loaded GMC DENALI dually is a four-wheel drive crew cab. It has 5,207 pounds of maximum payload capacity and 31,100 pounds of maximum gooseneck towing. We're at 30,000 pounds here and we're maxed out on payload. This is basically also a super Ike, but it's also part of our Gold Hitch competition for heavy-duty trucks for 2020. Guess how much the excavator weighs?
What does that giant steel arm weigh?
It weighs 18,860 pounds.
Wow.
So almost 19,000. Do you know what this means?
What's this mean?
11,000 pounds on the trailer, 19,000 pounds on the mini excavator, 30,000 pounds.
Biggest trailer we ever pulled in the Ike 2. And this is an iron bowl. We got this from Jayhawk Traders, made by North Star in Texas. But you got a 40-footer basically. It's got an 8-foot neck plus a 35-foot deck plus a 5-foot ramp. That's actually 48 feet. Big honking trailer, 15,000 pound axles. This thing has got 12-inch I-beam frame, 10-inch cross members. It's got a bridge tube in there to keep it from flexing. This thing is really heavy duty. They put blackwood on it so we don't slide in the wintertime. Very good thing to have. And the ramps are the Rampage ramps. They are big. And they work great for loading this cat we have on here, this backhoe. 16-ply tires. My goodness, it's the real thing.
We have a set of tires, winter socks. They're fairly lightweight. And we also have tire chains. Right now we're not required to use them, but if we stay here another 5 hours, probably would have to. If it goes over 40, much over 40, we have to use the brake, right?
Right, we're going to count brake applications, see how it comes. It's already doing that. We're jumping over 3,000 RPM. So I am going to slow it down. That's all our ranges is 35 to 40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright guys, on the way down in the GMC, we started using cruise control. It wasn't holding speed.
No.
So we went to counting to brake applications.
Right.
And 9 brake applications we counted on the way down.
Right.
Alright, well let's go up in the mountain and see what happens. This is really a heavy-duty boxing match.
Oh, this is.
Because in this corner we have the all-new 2020 GMC 3500 with the 6.6-liter Duramax.
Well, that's true. The 10-speed automatic, and it's got the bigger fan. It's got all those things, and it's almost the same power as the last model, which is kind of strange, but
yes,
that's what they decided to do. They cooled it off, made a lot of suspension changes, frame changes.
Yeah.
So GM is back in the race. I love to see this. GMC's a monster truck. It's a DENALI, so it's a sexy beast.
For 2020, Ford took a different approach, slightly. they did change the engine and the transmission.
That's true. 10,050 pound-feet of torque.
Yes.
And 475 horsepower.
Heck yeah.
Oh, that's power. That's the most in the class. And they still added the 10-speed to it.
All right, so the same procedure. We're gonna start on the on-ramp at 35 miles an hour.
Just about to 35.
Get ready, get set, and now. This year for heavy-duty trucks in 2020, we are changing our uphill benchmarks. A perfect run would be a 10-minute climb, and our fuel efficiency benchmark is now 4.0 mpg. GM completely redesigned the truck, right, for 2020.
Yes, everything.
But they kept the diesel, right? They kept the engine.
They kept the same horsepower and torque.
Yes.
Surprise. Then now we jump from 23,000 pounds clear up to 35.5. And all the dualies will go over 30,000, which is really cool. When they, I guess, decided to go big, they went all the way big.
Yes. So still, like you said, 910 pound-feet of torque, 445 horsepower. But now this Allison-branded transmission that they co-developed, they said together, right?
Yes.
In case you're wondering why the Ram heavy-duty dually is not participating in this comparison, the 2020 brand new truck was a little bit delayed, but we will be testing it on the Gauntlet with the same trailer, so stay tuned for that, for the high output Cummins. So what's the speed now?
We are at 45 miles an hour.
Okay. So we're still chugging and we're passing semis, so we're doing good.
What gear are we in?
I have no idea. What gear are we in? So
wow, look at the rearview mirror. Holy cow, you can see everything out of that. Look how wide it is. You can see Andre over there. You flip this back and it's a normal camera, normal mirror. But you flip this out and it's a panoramic. It's a much wider view. Isn't that cool? It's really sharp too. It kind of messes with your mind until you get used to it. But it's really a sharp picture and it's wide. And then there's what you're used to right there.
This truck is fully loaded with every option, including the sunroof and all the features, ultimate package on the Denali, just over 81,000 bucks on this GMC. And the Ford is a King Ranch, but it's not the Platinum. I mean,
it's got a couple more to go.
Or the Limited. They also have the Limited. The Ford is a little bit more expensive. It's 82,000.
Really?
So they're very competitively priced.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop the timer at the traffic light now. What's the MPG?
2.4.
1147.
Wow.
Holy moly. Wow. That was quite an event. The Ford F350 King Ranch here. Of course, it's also a four-wheel drive crew cab, and it has slightly better payload.
Yeah.
It's slightly better towing. Just over 5,300 pounds of payload and 31,300 pounds of max towing. And on this trailer, we're running about 16% tongue weight.
Yes.
And we're maxing out the payloads. And the squat was actually reasonable. Ford squatted a little bit more, actually.
Yeah.
3¼ inches. And the GMC squatted just under 3 inches.
Okay.
So the GMC did better.
That's interesting to know. They're both leaf springs. There's no air ride on these trucks.
So guys, the latest right now is we tried cruise control. The truck was accelerating a little bit.
Yeah.
We set it at 35, it went up to 40, so we had to use a brake. So that was one brake application there. And now we're using automatic exhaust brake.
Exactly.
Which is supposed to help us slow down and maintain the speed.
Yes.
So right now it's maintaining pretty much almost 35 the way you set it, right?
Well,
with your brake.
We're 39.
So if we go past 40, we have to hit it again.
Right.
All right, guys, let's review. On the way down in the Ford F350, we started with the cruise control at 35.
Okay.
That didn't hold us.
That's true.
The transmission was working, the brake braking was working, but no trailer brakes came on.
Yeah.
Then we set it to automatic exhaust brake.
Right.
And it was accelerating from 35, which is our set speed, to about 40.
Yeah.
And we used 5 brake applications.
Yeah, exactly.
After that.
Right.
Okay, we're going up the mountain in the Ford On my mark, and reset, go. So this new third generation 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel is now the most powerful engine in the class.
Yeah, it is. That 1050 torque, they had to jump above Ram, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
And 475 horsepower, this is a monster.
Yeah, and it's proving to be kind of a monster right now.
Yeah, and it's at 10 speed, so the more gears you have, the more acceleration you have, the better pulling uphill, because it can jump to the next gear. Or if the gear is too far away, you have to go through too many RPMs, it takes a long time. But this actually helps you having more gears.
So measuring perpendicular to the truck, the GMC mirror fully extended is about 19 inches. The Ford is almost at 20, so just a tiny bit more reach. I like the Ford mirror a little bit more because it offers better visibility forward and I think towards the back. So this is a 355 rear end.
Yes.
If you wanted more towing capability, you can still get it in a Ford.
Right, that's amazing to be a 355 with, of course the 10 speed's part of that equation, but I'm so used to 373s and 410s in these Fords. But this is doing well. We're still maintaining about 47 miles an hour. RPMs is below 25, and I'm in the 6th gear.
That's amazing.
That is. That used to be overdrive. Well, now it's
not. 7th is basically 1-to-1.
Yeah.
And then you got overdrives over that.
Yeah, it's got 3 overdrives, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm gonna stop the clock now. And what's the fuel economy?
2.4.
2.4, 10 minutes and 20 seconds.
That's what my gauge said too.
As always, the Gauntlet maximum points is 100 for each truck. 75 points are objective. On the way down, 25 points, and on the way up, total 50 points possible. And then you and I get 25 points for subjective scores. On the subjective scoring, we're considering things like squat, suspension handling, technology of the truck, comfort, and interiors. And both of these trucks are so well equipped.
Yes.
For the GMC, I took off a point for the mirrors. I'm still not very happy with the mirrors, how they extend, and the vision that they offer. But the GMC has excellent cameras. It didn't squat as much as the Ford, so I thought both trucks handled pretty well as well. The ride on the Ford was just a little bit better in my opinion with the loaded trailer. So I'm gonna give the GMC a total of 23 points, and I'm gonna give the Ford the same, 23 points, just for different reasons.
Wow. Well, they're very, very similar, and these are like luxury trucks. I'm kind of surprised, though, the Ford is the King Ranch, so that's 3 levels down from the top Ford, and the Denali is as high up as you can go. So I'm a little disappointed the Denali doesn't have a few more features, but they both are so well equipped. I mean, they're luxury trucks. They have heated everything, but you've got both of them have camera plugs in the back, so you can run a camera inside your trailer or behind your trailer. I love that. They're really thinking about trailering. Now, of course, the GMC, I should give them a point because they got the wonderful trailer label in the door, which I think means more.
Yes.
So for that, I'm going to take 1 point off the Ford score.
Okay.
But I thought visibility, because of that hood scoop, which is really cool, the Ford has better visibility off the hood. So I'm taking away 1 point for GM for visibility. The moonroof, the Ford has a giant panoramic view. The Chevy has the same one they've had for 25 years.
Yes.
So take 1 point off for that. And then the running boards. They both have running boards, which is great, but the Ford folds up and out of the way, which the Denali should have. So I'm taking away 1 point for that. 3 points off on the GMC, making it 22. 1 point off the Ford, making it 24.
Are you ready for the total scores?
I'm ready for Christmas carols, man. It's December.
GMC 3500 Denali, total Gauntlet score today, 59 points.
59 points, okay?
Are you ready for the F350?
I'm ready.
81.5.
Holy cow.
That's a huge difference.
Wow.
And I think the real story today was that the Ford was much quicker up the mountain.
Yes.
It performed slightly better on the downhill with the braking performance. But otherwise, the trucks are so equally equipped. Just Ford had the upper hand on the speed. All right, guys, and go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world, snowy, treacherous,
blizzard reviews. This is the Gauntlet Blizzard show, and go see MrTruck.com where you can buy Dodgezilla.